All right, so part of my life's mission is to bring the imagination to reality and kind of spark that creative spark so we can start getting past all this nonsense and the hogwash. Which is funny because imagination, your head's in the clouds and everything, but I still think a big key to getting past all this nonsense is bringing that imagination and bringing it into reality so we can start building the best of the best that we're capable of and putting our best foot forward. Um, because everybody has a skill or something they've always wanted to do, but we're stuck in a dead end job, you know. But by proving who we are as Americans, that we have the abilities and the creative skills and the engineering, everything is important. So going back to the imagination part, it's part of a story too about this traveling circus that goes around the country and kind of picks up momentum everywhere they go. You go from one place, you kind of set up shop there, and you have the circus performers, you have poi, you have hula hoops, you have break dancers, you have flash mobs that advertises this circus that goes around. You have the radio stations say, hey, the circus is coming to town, and it's a showmanship of talent. It's a showmanship of your creative skills. If you're a singer, if you're a dancer, you kind of come and audition to be part of the circus, and then you can continue moving forward to the next place. And this is part of the story. But then I think about it, I'm like, holy shit, right now something like this could become a reality if I get the right networking, if I start to implement that, and you know what I mean, guys? It's far out there thinking, but then when you actually think about it, it still could be possible. Um, but the point is to go from place to place. You pick up momentum, but each place you go, you still leave this idea to the people that we're gonna leave, but we're gonna give you this so you can kind of start up something in your own community, like taking all the empty, you have all those shopping malls and everything where they're completely empty. You have like two or three random stores, but it's just a basic idea of, hey guys, why don't you set something up where the community starts voting to put something in that has community use. There's all the red tape, there's all this other stuff, but it's kind of like setting up an application or something where people actually start voting, hey, we need this, and we're not going to argue about it, we're going to start voting on what our necessity is and what is going to bring the best. Do we need a baker shop that is kind of a consignment shop where you bake goods and then that money goes back into the school system? Or it's basically a free-range constantly generating fundraisers for local schools. Or is it just voting on a safe place for students or kids or high school students to have a safe place where they can come together and feel safe and have those conversations and start exercising the mind, having spoken word poetry, speaking who they are, having a voice, places where people can have a voice, and just voting on the places. What would it look like? What should we have there? Should we have snacks, food? Should we have like a gaming system or movie nights or stuff like that? And then on top of that too, you're like, okay, so the kids are okay. You have give a safe place for the kids, but then you have all the hardworking parents. You have all the parents who are like, whew, I'm glad that's taken care of. We need a place to go after we've been working, long days and long hours. So then we vote on like a lounge, or we vote on a place that has live music, and then we vote on what kind of music, and we vote on what kind of atmosphere. And it's like this simple concept, but there's no outlet or application. Again, like an application do something like that. So you travel to each place and kind of set this up each place you go, and then you kind of just travel around country. It sounds like the American dream, and it's just there because it's all exclusive. It's not red, blue, black, yellow, gay, straight, military, whatever. It's just everybody a chance to say, hey, you want to step up, you want to say, you got some skills, you have some ideas, come on, bring it. This is what it's about. This is where we start actually bringing your ideas and implementing it into your own community. And if you want to come with us, by all means, this is going to be a great time. So that's part of the story. But then, like I said, guys, when I actually think about it, it sounds like a pretty rad idea. And then, if something like that catches wind, my God, guys, then you'd have endorsements from local people, from even statesmen or congressmen, and saying, you know what, I think this is a good idea because we've had this political, we've been through this storm. This is actually something I like because it starts to get rid of all the issues and come back to the issues is what do we need? What do we want? What do we want to empower the people to start working harder, to start doing those things that we want to do, to bring that money into those places that need it the most? And how do we do it? And and then you get celebrity endorsement. If celebrities and stuff started, if DJs, you get, here's the thing, you get DJs on board with this kind of thing too, where you go around and it's kind of like an open call for DJs each place you go, and then you start to build like this trust of DJs around the country, of a pact of like, you know, music is what fuels the soul, guys. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, what kind of music it is, it fuels the soul. It generates excitement in the world. So and you listen to music when you work out, when you go to, you know, when you're at work, when you're in the car. So call me crazy, but so that's part of the movie too, and again, sparking the imagination, using the lights, using projection technology, using bringing the three-dimensional or the four-dimensional into the three-dimensional, you know, using the excitement of the imagination where you project visuals and everything onto walls or canopies and on the ground, to have an interactive experience for people to enjoy, and creating these, and eventually it would be like this giant link in this giant festival that's all connected, you know. And it could be a yearly thing, it could be a yearly festival, it could be an ongoing thing, who knows, but that's where my mind is at. And so it would be like a breath of fresh air for people. The circus is coming to town next weekend. Yes. You know, you can't wait. Or the circus is going to be there next year at this time. I can't wait. I'm going to start getting my portfolio together. I'm going to start getting my samples together. And I'm going to put my best foot forward. So yeah, call me crazy. But so generating that locally too is and reaching out to people too is why I always do this. It's still hard. I feel like people watch these videos and they're like, yeah, that's crazy. I don't know if I should hit them up or anything, whatever. I still put it out there regardless. Like I said, I'm not going to give up on something like this. Butterflies. I love butterflies. The butterfly effect. You know, that's what this is about, is doing something and forgetting labels and saying, come on, guys, let's do this. Let's do something like this, at least. So, much love, guys. Peace.